Welcome to the first ever Weird Gun Game Show. I'm your host, Bubba TV24, and today is gonna be a fun day. You all submitted a ton of builds, and I sifted through each and every one of them. I'll be counting down from 10, starting with the least to most enjoyable. Number 1 is gonna surprise the heck out of you. These builds may not be the best builds, some might not even be usable, but they sure are fun. So sit back, relax, and enjoy as we deep dive into the builds, gameplay, and even talk about some pros and cons of each build. Once again, thank you all for submitting your builds. Without further ado, let's get into it. Number 10. Our first build is submitted by @NothingAreaguma. They have given us a really fun 2-shot DMR build that has a potential for 1-shot headshots. The build is the core M110, the barrel VSSR, the mag, the SCAR H, the stock, the M40, the grip, the VSSR, the scope is the AUG. This DMR build is suitable for those that like to play the mid to long range game. With 70 damage, this gun is insane for those that like to play a little longer but have the trigger discipline to make follow-up shots. So here are some of the pros and cons. 70 damage per shot within range, decent range at that. Mag size is okay for this type of weapon, low recoil. The cons? The fire rate and the AUG sight, but that can always be changed. And without further ado, I'm going to take it to Bubba in the field to show you some gameplay and deep dive into it a little bit more. Take it away. Here we are in the game itself with the build, the number 10 build here with this little DMR. We're gonna run around, get a few kills with it, show off what it is, talk about it a little bit more in depth here as I am Field Bubba. If you're looking for a decent build for a DMR like so, this guy can do what you want. Reload can be a little bit rough if you don't play it right, but if you're playing your angles and you're doing whatever just fine, you should be fine. As you can see, one-shot snipers are absolutely going to take you out if you're not careful, which is why you gotta play certain ways here. It doesn't have the best scope. You could always change the scope out if you really want to. Here we go. Now, if you are fairly good with headshots, this might be pretty decent for a bit of a closer range, fun build for you. Although I wouldn't recommend it unless you're really good with getting headshots like that, especially on people who are just kind of standing still. But yeah, this is pretty fun to use. That's why I picked it for number 10, because it's good, but it's, you know, it's not the best gun in the world. You can get some stuff done with it though. That's pretty great. I shouldn't have reloaded there. I'm in trouble. If I just play this a little more carefully, I can get that guy. Heck yeah, dude. Fire rate is a little bit on the rough side. Not if you're playing a ranged though. There we go. If I can hit my shots. Beautiful build. I like the look of it. Very, very usable, although I will say that the people I'm playing against in this server are absolute beasts right now. They are just stomping me left and right. But if you play your corners right and you go for some good shots, you can get some decent kills, especially on weaker dudes. Gotcha. Oh, we got to take him out. So gameplay is going to be a little bit more raw and uncut this time around, mostly because I think that showing people how I normally play is more important than showing a highlighted sort of reel of stuff that makes me look better than I probably actually am. Oof. Especially in a server like this, which is pretty tough to get any kills in. Yeah, oof. Lots of people with one-shot guns here just demolishing me, and so it's not really too easy to keep up when you have that many one-shot guns running around. But you know, I'm getting kills, so it's usable. It's absolutely doable. I ended that one with 22 kills. Pretty happy with that one, I think, at the end of the day. Let's head back to Bubba. Number 9, our next build is brought to us by user at Fantas Chanel 2134 with a burst rifle build. While it might be difficult to get, this build is fun to use for you burst fire enthusiasts. The core is the G11, the barrel is the VSSR, the mag is the PP19 Bison, the stock is the AK-12, grip is the Heket 2, and you can use any scope you want. The G11 is a new core to the game that can only be acquired by the random spinning wheel. It has a fast rate of fire that can kind of be broken with fast clicking. This particular build isn't the fastest killing build, but it is pretty fun for a burst setup. The pros are burst fire, very low recoil, and decent range. The cons, well, the core is only available through having good luck. Let's take a look at some gameplay. All right, we're here with build number 9. This is the G11 burst rifle build. It's a pretty solid build if you're into burst rifles, but it is very fun to use if you're able to hit your shots. You're gonna be hitting people 3 times at once if you're able to hit them. So you do need to check for your spread. That is going to be the biggest thing you need to watch out for. And also, you can kind of break the gun a little bit. So Bubba said burst fire, very low recoil, and pretty decent range for what it is, especially if you're in practice with it. It's a perfect map for it because it's a pretty medium to long range map. The biggest issue with this gun is unlocking the core. The core is only unlockable through the luck wheel that is in the game that they've implemented recently. Within the past few weeks or so, and you get a free spin every single day. However, you're not guaranteed to get these parts. It took me many spins to actually get the core itself. I had everything else way before I ever got the core. I even landed on the animated camo, the gold coins, everything before I ever got the core one time. So that is something to keep in mind if you really want to use this build. If you have the core, I would say go ahead and give it a try. Pretty fun to use. And I'm going to jump in. Now there is a little bit of a tech here, which you can do is if you click very quickly, then you can actually bypass a lot of the 3-round bursting. So let me show you what I mean. If I come in here and shoot at this wall here, you will see 3-round burst. However, if I just do this move right here, I'm just constantly clicking, I am blasting so much faster. I might even be bypassing it and turning it into more of a single fire or something, but that is a thing that you can do, and it is pretty good actually. Now, whether or not this gets patched in the future, who knows, but it is something that I am doing now, and it is kind of, fun to do. Daggone it. 32 damage to the head at farther away. If we look at the dummy here, it does 33 up close. There we go. And it does just blast through people. If you shoot them, you start blasting through them. I need to really get on the point here and help out my team. I really want to actually try and get some kills because I'm having a hard time actually not getting spawn killed here. Daggone, I'm getting hit from every angle. I'm sorry, I'm trying to show off the gun. It's very difficult to do. Little bit of wobble there on the horizontal recoil, which means that you need to take that into account. Is this guy gonna walk into me directly? Is he? No, he jumped out the side. Where I'm going to just hit him with the old burst. There we go. Get these guys. Uh-oh, I gotta be careful here. Watching my corners. Okay, are we getting flanked? Nope. Okay, get around, get across. There we go. Quickly use slide to do that. I don't know, I just wanted to shoot that dummy. Use our height to clear out these guys with this gun. This thing is a beast, especially in these ranges. It really shines. Back to you, Bubba. Number 8. Our third build is from user at King Penguin, who brings us a fun blunderbuss build. With great damage potential, this shotgun build will spin you in circles as you shoot, so make sure you aren't near any ledges. The core is the blunderbuss, the barrel is the wingmaster, the mag is the QBZ, stock is the words, grip is the M1919, and the scope is any. The pros are 296 damage potential, and it's a blunderbuss for once. Cons, huge recoil. Must reset the gun after every shot, which takes time. And the range is pretty rough. Take it to the gameplay. We have the blunderbuss build here. This build, like I said, has 296 damage potential, at least at the time of this recording. The potential there is pretty good, and it's also a blunderbuss, which we don't get to see a whole lot of, which is really cool. The cons, the recoil is insane. It is huge recoil, and if you shoot, you gotta reset the gun after every shot, as you can see, and that takes time. The range also was kind of rough in my experience. You kind of needed to be a little bit closer to enemies, I felt. Shoot. Now, I would be able to show off the potential of this gun if I can actually hit my target. And that is one of the big problems with this weapon, is that because you are doing so much... What is this guy doing? He is zooming. Because you're doing so much of this reloading, good luck actually hitting your target. So that's great. There we go. Aha! So if you can one-shotting will absolutely work very easily. Okay, range is actually better than I initially thought in most regards. The Wingmaster barrel does really help do that. It also, I believe, if it still does it, reduces your pellet spray by a decent amount. If you miss a shot, you're absolutely punished for it. You have to employ some crazy movement tech to really get things going again. Make sure you do not stay in one place when you're running, or if you're firing. Like, there's a guy out here to my left, I think. Yeah. There we go. So I'm just working this room as I reload and try and get some health back. So this is kind of how you have to play the gun a little bit, because if you don't, then you're in trouble. So you really got to do this move right here, where you run in circles, you do your quick reload, you jump down or something, keep people busy while you wait for your detection to wear off, and then come back in for another hit. What is this guy doing? Is he trying to get me? There we go. I'm gonna be honest, I've never had to reload this gun because I've never survived long enough with it to need to reload it, so I don't know what it's like, but since we're here, we'll do one for you. Oh my god! Okay, well, I wasn't expecting that, but whatever. Very difficult. You are absolutely hard punished for missing shots. Or, you know, and you're rewarded for making them, just like that one. Back to you in the studio. Number 7. Our next build is from the bear, the myth, the legend at Freddy Fazbear 999. This build is set up to look like a sawn-off shotgun. He's a very stubby guy. Core is the M870, the barrel is the M1887, the mag is the M870, the stock is the M870 breacher, and the grip is also the M870. I'm seeing a theme here. Pros, it's fast feeling despite having a movement penalty, has a fast fire rate for a pump action, one-shot potential within its range, and the cons are you need to be pretty close to enemies. It's not good on all of the maps, and that's okay. On to the gameplay. Okay, we have ourselves here Freddy Fazbear's gun. Now this I really like as a shotgun. It's got a very fast rate of fire for a pump action. You do have to get relatively close to actually kill. Of course, if you ADS, it is better, and the reload's actually fairly decent as well. So let's do some killing here on the map. We're gonna try and get as close as possible. Little hint, guys, did you know you can shoot people through the windows? Yeah, that is something people don't know about. Okay. The big pros here are the fast feeling of the gun. You do move, it seems very quickly, even though there is actually a penalty. If we come down here, is 0.5% minus. It has a fast fire rate for a pump action, pretty decent, and if you're within the range, it does have that one-shot potential. The problem is you do need to be really close to actually get that one-shot kill, and it's also not very good on all of the maps, considering, hello, it is a shotgun. So let's keep moving here, and I am actually having a heck of a good time with it, even though I got smoked there. So if you are a sort of slidey run and gunner and you like to get all up in people's faces, this is absolutely a build for you. Just make sure you keep moving at all times. Uh-oh. There we go. We're just gonna keep working this area up here with people as they spawn in. And like I said, yeah, fire rate's really good, decent damage within range, but because that fire rate is as good as it is, you're gonna need to make sure that you are reloading constantly because you will run out of ammo if you're dead. And that's it. Pretty fun gun. Back to you in the studio. The next build is from @Aerospace Boy, who has brought us a one-shot Deagle build. This gun was a must pick for the looks alone, but the sheer power makes this one really special. I like to build this one out with gold camo and call it the Warlord. Core is the circuit judge, barrel is the barrel scope, the mag is the M1 Garand, the stock is the hex spitter, grip is the pistol, and the sight is the red dot. The pros are that you have 137 damage with one single bullet. The range is pretty decent. It's a Deagle, that's gold, and it has a quick reload. The cons? There's a pretty big movement speed penalty, the fire rate's pretty slow because of the circuit judge core, and you also have to make the Deagle bigger, which takes up more room on your screen. But let's get on to the gameplay. Okay, we have ourselves the Gold Desert Eagle. This was one of my favorite guns in the testing. Tons of damage. Let's hit a target dummy here and I'll show you. If you can hit, once you get to a certain range, the actual spread's a little bit rough because you do kind of get some of that spread, but if you are able to hit, I mean, at that range with this 97, it does one bullet. It's I believe the barrel scope that does it. 115 right there was a great shot. 137 damage with one bullet, at least it was when I tested it. Let me see if it's in range, if it does 137. Let's go find a dummy and get close to it here. So boom, 137 still, which obviously means, oh my gosh, that you can do 206, pretty great. Reload's pretty fine. The range is fairly decent. It's also, look at this. It is a Gold Desert Eagle. You can only get the gold camo and the diamond camo if you're VIP. It's a fairly quick reload. Like I said, the problem is you do get a big movement speed penalty, and the fire rate is also fairly slow because it is using the circuit judge as a core. If you've got a pretty decent quick scope ability or flick ability, this thing might be really good, especially up close. So you could put a scope on this if you really wanted to and make like a scoped Desert Eagle. You could do what I'm doing, which is just the red dot sight. I like the red dot sight because it is a shotgun after all, and I like to do that kind of nonsense. Anyway, this gun is awesome. Go try it out. Back to you in the studio. Number 5, we're halfway there. This next build is from @StopGoStopGo. This gun was specifically designed to mimic the Heavy from Team Fortress 2. The gun that character uses is a huge minigun that sprays tons of bullets, but specifically has a medic keeping them alive, medic not included. The magazine wasn't mentioned, but I think the 200 round Negev is the right answer. The core is the MG42, the barrel is the Shower, the mag, Negev, stock is the Type 99, grip is also Negev, sight, Panzer Shrek. Pros, extra health and spray and pray. Cons, huge spread means you aren't hitting much, especially at range. There's no good sight for it, movement's very slow, very low damage, and reload is incredibly long. But let's show you with some gameplay. As I said in the studio, this gives you extra health and is the ultimate spray and pray gun if you're trying to be the Heavy from TF2. However, you're not going to hit anything. Huge spread. If you are not within 2 feet of somebody, you're basically not going to hit them. It does spray out 6 damage a pop, so you can get kills, but look how slow it kills. The movement's slow, the sight is just horrible. Just get him within that square and you're pretty much gonna hit him if you're close enough. There is very low damage and the reload is incredibly long. I think it's like 15 seconds or something like that. Not to mention you move really slow as well, and since you don't have a medic to heal you as you play, you're in trouble. So look at this. Even at range, good luck hitting anything. And I actually got, okay, the fact that it took an entire magazine to get 2 kills is insane. This gun is crazy. It's here for the fun factor. It's not here for high kill gameplay. It's just stupid enough to be fun. That's why it was included. It's goofy. I see the vision and I'm kind of here for it, honestly. Anyway, with this one being out of the way, back to the studio. At number 4, we have a laser shotgun submitted by @Balapweir. This electric stunner will one-shot enemies with laser precision from far away. Core is the M1897 trench shotgun. Barrel, the lightning shot. Mag is the Spaz 12. Stock is M870 MCS. The grip is the blunderbuss, and the sight, well, you can use any that you want. Pros are pretty decent range, faster fire rate, lasers, decent magazine, good reload speed. Cons, it's the speed reduction. But on to that beautiful game footage. All right, this is the laser shotgun build. This thing is super cool. I love the lasers that come out of it. I think it looks awesome. I don't know if you can change the color of the actual laser. Maybe if we change the color of the barrel, I'm not exactly sure, but you do get to shoot out a bunch of purple lasers at people. It's pretty decent of a build too, if you, you know, don't get one shot by somebody. What in the frick was that? So let's go ahead and we'll throw in the we'll throw in a gold plate there. Why not? It's pretty decent. You can see with the lasers how cool this actually looks, especially on a darker map. And if you have some decent movement, you can get some good kills, just like with the other shotguns. Closer you get, the more damage you'll do. You know, always make sure you're kind of sliding, making it harder to get hit. Oh my gosh, I'm on one. I'm on one, dude. Oh my goodness. I just went crazy. Reload is a little bit slow. It has decent range, pretty fast fire rate. You should probably hit me that time. The mag, I mean, come on. It has lasers, dude. How could you not like that? Decent mag size. Who's shooting me? Get out of here. Oop. All right. That flick. Ooh, that flick was nasty. I gotta come around here. I was gonna try and do a, oh, let me just flap. Or not. There we go. What is, pop that guy, pop that guy. This thing is nutty. Ooh, headshot, I got a little ding. He's right here. Oh, you thought. Bye. Ooh. Ooh. Good old dude. Nope, he's right here. Nope. Somebody's gonna try and come up behind me. Won't let him. There we go. Played him like a fiddle. I went crazy with that so long that I played for way too long. So back to you in the studio. Number 3. This next build is from @Off10Kovdist. This shotgun build is meant to make you shoot as many pellets as possible. The core is the M1897, the barrel is the shower, the mag is the Spaz 12, the stock is the circuit judge, the grip is the hell trooper, and the sight is any. Pros, an absolute butt ton of pellets, 88 to be exact, has a fast fire rate, fast reload, and it melts at close range. Cons, if an enemy backs up more than 5 feet, you're dead. let's get into that gameplay. 88 pellets, very fast fire rate, pretty fast reload, and if you're very close, you are gonna melt. However, if you are at any distance away, you do 4 damage, you're not gonna hit anything. So good luck with that. This may not be the map for it, so I would need to find a better map. It is going to be a quick game, so what I will probably do here, oh, it does 3 damage at range. Okay, I'm taking damage and dying here. But, hey, I'm getting involved here. I'm getting these guys. It is stupid. Tons of bullets, tons of pellets. You're bound to hit something. If you don't hit anything with this gun, I would have to question whether you can hit anything with any gun. But we do need to kill this guy because he's annoying. There we go. So this is the upgraded version. Well, it's not, I wouldn't say upgraded version, but it's definitely the higher pellet version of the previous gun, and it is incredible. But you do have to use pretty much a whole mag to kill one person. This is so stupid, and I love it. That's why I chose this one, because of how dumb it is, how much I absolutely love it. It's fun, and the fact that I even have 22 kills with it, it just goes to show that if you know how to play with the build, if you know how to use it in the right circumstances, you can get some pretty good results, even for a build that's maybe not really as good as this one. Back to you in the studio. Number 2. This next gun I like to call the John Wilkes Booth, submitted by @afungus_guy. This little shotgun pistol will blow your mind. Just remember to shrink all of the parts down to fit inside of the gun. Core is the Auto 5, the barrel is the Mac 10, the mag is the screwdriver, the stock is the P90, and the grip and sight are both the blunderbuss. Pros? It's really fun, but it has a difficult playstyle and one-shot potential. Cons, very slow reload. You have to reload after every shot, and you have to play a certain way to make it work. And if you want to know how to make it work, check out this gameplay. Okay, this is the next build here. This little shotgun is a one-handed pistol shotgun, basically. It reminds me of like a Derringer pistol, the same gun that killed Abraham Lincoln sort of thing. Even though this is a pistol, or this is a shotgun, not a pistol. But this thing is dumb, but in like the best way possible. This is a terrible map for this. And you may see a cut here now, a map that is much more well suited for this. Now, the big thing about this gun is that if you are going to use it, you're going to need to employ a much different play style. You're going to be very mobile. You're going to need to be playing a lot of covers. You can see him kind of checking, jumping to check, because there's a guy coming. There we go. Because this reload right here is so brutal. It is the screwdriver, which already has a really brutal reload as it is. Somebody was just right here. I want to make sure that, okay. Okay, I missed. Well, oh, that was bad on me. That was so bad on me. I should have hit that guy. But this reload is so brutal, and you really want to make sure that you break people's line of sight so that they don't shoot and come at you, just like that guy did. If you're up close enough, you're pretty much going to one-shot. It is a difficult play style. The one-shot potential is there, and you do have to reload after every single shot, which is such a big pain in the butt. And you do kind of have to play sort of the outskirts of the map. You do not want to be in the middle of the map playing with this thing because of that reload. So if you're going for kills, you want to get guys that are on the outside kind of spawning in. You do not want to be on the point if you're playing an objective, and you definitely don't want to be in any big open spaces. You kind of want to make sure people come to you, or you play these sorts of close space inside lanes, and make sure that if you are doing that, God bless, you hit your shots, because I'm not. Jeez. This guy knows I'm here. Got him. Getting right in the middle of it all like I'm doing right now is just such a bad idea. I just got 2 kills with 1 shot. I will take it. It is so bad when you have an 8-second reload like this. So I'm going to have to, there we go, take the time to do it, and then Miss, okay, that's cool. Wasn't fully in my sights there. I should have had him fully in my sights before I fired. I want revenge. Give me a sec. Here we go. Back to you in the studio. And finally, the #1 build. Our final build is a very special build that comes from at Mutant McCann. The sniper rifle is one of the worst guns I've ever seen, but it is the most fun. The core is the Hecate 2, the barrel is the honk, the mag is the screwdriver, the stock is the anvil, the grip is the pistol, and the sight is the microscope, although you might want to change it to something else. Pros: it does 591 damage to the body and almost 1200 to the head, and it's super funny to use. Cons: reload is 1 shot per minute. The gun breaks at a certain point. You can shoot while rechambering. Sometimes the bullets will hit, you'll get a hit marker, you'll get damage numbers, and you still won't get a kill, and you're super slow moving. But I'll let Field Bubba show you what's up. On to the gameplay. Okay, so we are here at our final gun. And I want to say that I am right-clicking to zoom in and it won't. So some of the big things here is that 591 damage to the body, almost 1200 damage to the head, and I almost threw this gun out as soon as I first saw it, but it made it to #1 because of how broken it really is. This gun is unusable for the most part. So as you can see, the reload is incredibly slow. This is just rechambering the round. The reload's actually faster than what I'm doing now. It takes a minute to rechamber the round. It will break, so like right now I can zoom in, but I'm also not done with the animation, so I shouldn't even be able to do this. If I could get a headshot here, oh, it would be awesome. This scope is absolutely terrible, but as you can see, I actually reload and rechamber there, but then my character still goes through the animation because it has to do it for a minute. It can't do it without a minute. However, I can still shoot just like that and reload. I'm still doing the animation, by the way, for rechambering. So I'm still in the middle of it, as you can see, but I can shoot again because it's reloaded. So this shouldn't be something I should be able to do with this gun. And so I'm still going through the animation. It's still gonna take a minute or whatever. And of course I've got the anvil. Right now, I cannot, there we go. I was gonna say I can't zoom in, but I kind of can. If I could get a kill with this microscope, I would be super happy. But I just don't think it's gonna happen. The horn is insane. And I'm still going through an animation. And also, you may have seen it there when I shot the one dummy there at the beginning, but I did 591 damage to the dummy and didn't kill the dummy. So there is a point where, like what happened just now, I hit that guy for however many hundreds of damage, he didn't die. Somebody else killed him. As you can see, I still have 0 kills. I think what is happening is that when I shoot and I have to continue to go through that 1 minute long rechambering that I'm currently doing right now, if I hit somebody while this animation is still going on or while the timer's still counting down, it will not count the damage. So let me do a reset here. I'll do a quick reset and see if I can't get a kill with this thing. Probably not. I should probably change out the scope. I have been using just the normal regular scope instead of this thing because, well, why not? I may need to get a little bit closer. There we go. 1,183 damage to the head. What an amazing shot. Hit him, 591, didn't kill him. This has to be one of the funniest things ever, and I love how bad it really is. But with that, let's go back to the studio. And with that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for watching the very first Weird Gun Game show. If you enjoyed the video and you enjoyed the format, be sure to leave a like on the video. As always, what I said last week is still here. Be sure to submit the guns you want to see for next week's video. Make them weird, make them fun. They don't need to be the best gun ever. They just need to be fun. I'll take the top 10 and make another video about the top 10 that I like. With that being said, I've been BubbaTV24 and I am signing out.